What's up guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Today, a summer travel review. That's right, it's June. Maybe you've got a quick trip coming up, or maybe you're on a budget and you're looking for a nice carry-on or a suitcase. Well, today we're going to take a look at a carry-on. I found this at Ross. It was $30, marked down from $70. It's by a no-name brand, but it does have some pretty nice upscale features. It's a good size. Will give you a good idea in the latter part of the video what exactly we can get inside. It's got a couple of premium features that I want to talk about, and for $30 it comes with a 3-year warranty. So let's go ahead, take a look, do a first impressions, and then at the end stick around for a test pack. Let's see what we can get inside. It does lack a couple of features compared to more expensive carry-on suitcases on this channel before. It lacks an extension zipper, but there are a couple of things that make up for that. Let's go ahead and take a look. For $30, this is a pretty good find, I think. Okay, so shopping for luggage at Ross. What's really good to see is on the tag it does say it's a carry-on. It's in the luggage section. So looking for a suitcase at Ross but need it to be a carry-on size. I think being able to look at the tag, you can count on that to make sure that it's the right size. So it's a carry-on. It does have a comparable value of $70. We got it for $29, as you can see, and I do think that's accurate. This is a pretty nice suitcase. It's a pretty nice carry-on. It was $30, but yes, definitely does look like a $70 suitcase. It's from the brand Hampton Tote Company. We'll get to that in a minute, but let's continue on with the first impressions. This carry-on suitcase looks black, but actually I think it's navy blue, and I think what drives that point in is the Hampton Tote Company tag with brown and blue. I think this luggage is navy blue, and I think that's more appropriate given the design of the bag with these little sailboats on them. Had this been black, I think that probably would have been inappropriate. Navy blue and brown are great together. If talking about just a couple of moments ago, this is from the Hampton Tote Company. One thing that I need to mention is finding Hampton Tote Company, the brand or the website, is pretty difficult to do. It's hard to find. The only place that I was able to find Hampton Tote Company luggage was actually secondhand on eBay. It does come with a 3-year warranty, which is really good to see, but difficult to find Hampton Tote Company. I was able to find quote unquote Hampton tote bags of various styles and colors, but not from the Hampton Tote Company, not with this logo on those bags. They were simply Hampton tote bags. And remember, keep this tag because it does come with a 3-year warranty. And just a quick disclaimer, this video is really just a generalized video, what you can find at Ross in terms of luggage. Inventory will vary based on your Ross and your location. So the title of the video is surprisingly good, and I think what makes this piece of luggage surprisingly good is 360-degree spin, which I think really elevates the use, overall use, and how you use it. Kind of difficult to get that feature. Maybe not, I guess, because I was able to get it, but yeah, 360-degree rotation, that's something you find normally on more expensive pieces of luggage. And also a 2-stage height adjustable telescoping handle, and you can see the actuation on it. It's pretty smooth and does go pretty high and locks into place there. You get a grab handle on the top. So let's go ahead and spin her around. And you can see that first you get the main compartment, which is this top zipper, and then you get 2 additional front compartments. So just to give you a good idea here, you can get your hand pretty far down in there. That's this very front zipper compartment. And this top zipper compartment you can see is gusseted. Actually, it does pop out a little bit, does expand outwards, which is why I think this is probably also good for clothing. But what's nice is readily accessible being on the front. And also I think what helps and what also makes this probably good for some of those larger, more complicated or difficult to pack items is it does have 2 zippers on the front to help you
close things off, and it's hard to close things off with one hand and while the luggage is rolling, because I'm holding in my other hand the camera that we're filming with, but you get the idea. There it is. I think Ross is probably a good place to go in a pinch if you need something same day. You know, Amazon's a good place to go probably because free shipping with Amazon Prime, but if you don't have Amazon Prime and want something budget, definitely give Ross a check, because you can not only see for yourself what it looks like in store, the overall quality of it, but you know, just get a good hands-on idea what you can get inside, you know, if it's worth it or not. And I think what's really cool is the style. You know, how cool, all of these little sailboats, like over 600 sailboats I think is what I counted. Kind of artsy and, you know, creative looking. I really dig this carry-on luggage. I think this is good, by the way, for both a male or a female. Okay, let's pack it, see what we can get inside.
Okay, so just to give you a good idea of dimensions of this carry-on, let's go ahead and do a quick test pack. A couple of miscellaneous items here, kind of suited towards traveling and going on a trip. Maybe you pack a pillow, maybe you don't. Most of us don't, but if it's a long car trip, a pillow, or maybe if you're going camping, a pillow would be something good to pack. But even though a pillow, like I said, probably not something you'd pack, it's a good way to represent volumetrically what we can get inside, right? So for 30 bucks, this is shaping up to be a pretty nice carry-on. It's a pretty nice size. I think this is a pretty good example of what you can get at Ross. And by the way, on the inside flap, as you'll see, is a large zipper netting for pretty much anything you can stuff inside. Probably big enough also for a pair of shoes. We'll test that out here in a second. But okay, so we've got a pretty nice big thick pillow inside. Again, not something you'd probably take on a trip, but volumetrically is a pretty good representation of just how much you can fit inside, right? It's puffy, it's thick, it takes up a lot of space, and as you can see, it's already taken up a good amount of space in the suitcase. But one disclaimer here, not a good representation of how heavy it is. It's a carry-on suitcase. It's probably a couple of pounds with nothing inside, and with just a pillow inside will probably remain relatively light. So the pillow is what we were able to get for the first item. And also, one thing that is important to note, no expansion, simply a main compartment and two front compartments. So let's just see if we can overstuff it, right? So on top is a folded up blanket. Make that two folded up blankets. And already you can see we're kind of pushing the boundaries here. And just a pair of pants, right? Folded up into a square. You can see that it takes up probably a quarter of the space. So, you know, have a couple of pairs of pants. You could probably have some t-shirts to the left here and probably some shoes in the back. And last but not least, a pair of tennis shoes here. I flipped them upside down so that we're not dirtying up any of our linens, right? But so, even though it doesn't have an expansion, still pretty easy to zip up, and actually it's probably easy to do this given the fact that we packed it with things that you can compress down like a pillow and blankets, right? So, but as you can see, pretty nicely sized carry-on at this price point of $30. I think the build quality is pretty good. I like the style with the sailboats on the front here. A lot of fun. I think this is good for a man or a woman. Got our tennis shoes on top here. And what I wanted to quickly show you was this netted space. It is a little bit difficult zippering up this zipper compartment, but as you saw, we were able to fold this front flap down and close it. So if you want it to be just a little bit neater and more organized, yes, this zippered netted compartment could be perfect for a pair of tennis shoes. And actually, these are running shoes. They squish down pretty nicely. So maybe a little bit different if you've got a pair of dress shoes in there, but so far so good. I think for, you know, a quick getaway, this is definitely more than enough, I think, for a quick getaway. But, you know, like maybe a week-long trip, I think you could probably count on Ross for, you know, a budget, same-day item. Okay guys, that was a quick first impressions, generalized look at what you can get at Ross in terms of luggage this summer travel season. There is a thread kind of stuck at the top here, which is something you could probably just cut off, easily fix it yourself at home, not a deal breaker. Otherwise, it's got really great features. So 360-degree rotation. It's got this really fun design on the front. It's got all these sailboats on it. I think this is great for travel, obviously, but most importantly, it is great for a male or a female. If you're a guy or a girl, I think this could go either way. It does look black, but actually it's a navy blue, which I think is more appropriate. It's got these really nice brown accents. It's by a company named the Hampton Tow Company, which is difficult to find on the internet, but I was able to find it on eBay. But even though it's difficult to find, it does actually come with a 3-year warranty. 30 bucks, this is a pretty good piece of carry-on. So, just a quick look at what I found at Ross this summer travel season. Hope this helps you out. We were able to pack it with quite a bit of items and show you the features that it comes with. You've got 2 front compartments on the front and a pretty big main compartment, with the exception of an extension zipper, which I have seen on other carry-on suitcases, like from Target and Walmart, that have the extension for carry-on. They cost a little bit more, around $100. So you get pretty much everything you would expect from a bigger suitcase in a carry-on size, and with premium features, right? The 360-degree spin, that's a nice one. You get the height adjustable telescoping handle. Everything you would expect in an extremely budget price of $30. So this is what you can find at Ross. I thought this was a pretty cool find. I like the style, I like the look and fit and finish of it. My name is John. I really hope you enjoyed this first impressions overview, review, and test pack. Have fun traveling this summer season. Be safe, because I picked this up at Ross. That makes this a big box good. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below, share this video with friends and family, and hit the bell icon to get notified when we post to YouTube. Thanks again so much for tuning in. My name is John. I will see you in the next video.